one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turn? Gonna look to throw. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. To throw now, May. The reception belongs to Matt Collins. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
Now, breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
May now on 1st and 10. The pass caught by Henry, the tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Throw again is May. Left side, he's got Henry. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Here's May again. Pass caught right side by Henry. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. May to the air once more. There's a short one to Hooper. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Now, someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. May to throw again. He'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
On 2nd down, it's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Balled in by the tight end, Henry. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They're going. It's May. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter, they convert on fourth down. First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 10-yard line.
Throwing is May. Trying to set the tight end screen there, but that winds up incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Third and short, and here is May. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping him short on third down. Brings up fourth, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
And he's going to have the pass first down. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on fourth and 2.
Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays and try to outthink themselves sometimes. And you find yourself here on fourth and real short. Something easy, something your guys have repped a million times. Win the battle up front.
And he will take it in himself. Drake May. Touchdown, Patriots.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
Makes the score Broncos 24, Patriots 10.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's Dobbins. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Jelani Tavai, they're on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Nick's gonna keep it on the zone read. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
And in motion is Ingram. Draw play here for Harvey. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll work just shy of midfield on 2nd and 9. They'll go play action with Nix. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. He's got Douglas going deep, and the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
19 more on that one, and another first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And in motion, it's Diggs. Throwing on 2nd down. May. He'll get this off to Stevenson. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On the give, this is Stevenson. And he's in! Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Pats are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Patriots 17.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense back onto the field for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Second down. Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they will finally run him down. A big-time play for the Broncos. 37 yards.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
A run with Dobbins. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd down, 3 to go. Now it's Dobbins, and he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down. For the Broncos field goal.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This, a 44-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Broncos add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. Whoa! He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, New England.
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First, you get the explosive pass and start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. The ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 12. May gonna look to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
He may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll run here with Gibson. 1st down and more inside the 15. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. And they'll run it here with Stevenson. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
May to throw on second down. That one taken in. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just hand off right, hand off left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And all it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw is Nix. He connects with Mims. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. Man in motion is Ingram. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. They'll go play action with May. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
And tough for the defenders as well to get leverage to get their hands on it. Taken down after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
7-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And they'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards.
Gibbons on the spot. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. And the Patriots 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. 1st down.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. 4th quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get ahead for a couple as the flurries continue to fall.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Penalty yardage made this much easier to convert. They now face 3rd and 2. They send Sutton in motion. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Makes the score Broncos 33, Patriots 24.
Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran up by the luxuriness up the highest metrics. The city just made it sweet. People diabetic. They mouth is full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's May. There's that man again, another catch.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
May now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Stevenson. This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Here is 2nd and 7. Now May. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up.
That's another Patriots 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
To throw is May. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England. He has come alive after the break. His third touchdown of the second half.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
They've got just the 2 timeouts remaining, so they'll line up and take their chances right here with an onside kick.
All right, good effort, just doesn't work out, but it's not over. Remember, they've still got 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They've got to use them quickly. They've got to get 3 stops, force a punt, and see what happens when the offense gets the ball.
To the ground, a first down run. New England going to take their second timeout. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up second down.
It's second and inches at the Patriots' 34-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. It was a game that delivered more points than most people would have expected with the snow falling at kickoff. Entertaining game for all involved as they'll head back to the locker room to warm up with a victory in their back pocket. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.